What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up? What up? What up? Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. And if you don't know where you are, it's the Sunday night rant. Got my cohort as usual, third rail in the building.
Yo.
So, if you are new to the show, then the information here is where you're going to send your email so you can get your topic on the show. Show is driven by topics. Y'all send them in. I try to go through as many as possible unless I think they're deep. Then I go a little longer. It is what it is, right? So, all of those things being said, let's get into it immediately. So, first thing on the docket today is in Grand Rapids, before the weekend came, Thursday night, and the information came out to us Friday, says that two members of the news station for News 8 here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, have been fired after leaked newsroom memo directed to scale back the LGBTQ community Pride Month coverage. Reason why: viewers were unhappy with the amount of coverage. So let's dig into it, right? Personally, they say 4 people were fired, 2 upper people in management, the people that were responsible for putting out the memo itself, and then 2 people who leaked it to another news station. That's all the information. I'm not going to go into people's names. I don't really do that. Y'all know how I do. But I will say this. This story has more to do with News 8 covering their ass and trying to look politically correct in the situation. That's what it looks like. That's what it reads like. I could smell it. That's what it smells like. I think that if viewers were complaining, then it would be proper of the management to say, hey, let's scale that back. That doesn't sound too strange to you, does it, Third?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so. So this, again, turns into one of those situations where, let's just say, the Alphabet Gang and their powers that be have once again struck. And it's more funny because this is one of the situations where, and the reason I'm smiling over it is, A, I find it deeply funny. And I find it funny more or less because for the Alphabet Gang, they didn't even know they got this free victory. This just happened to be a free victory given to them for no reason whatsoever. Because in reality, if the people who are watching are annoyed with whatever you're doing as a corporation, especially television, because they're watching your ass, you might want to do whatever they want you to do to a certain degree. Or they're going to find someone else to give them that information, especially since we have such free information running around all the time. Those eyeballs need to be on the news, and guess what? They'll just go somewhere else. Any comments, Third?
Nope.
Y'all already know he ain't gonna say much.
Nope.
All right. Speaking of, since we was already on individuals, people getting fired, right, at news corporations, the next one was, hey, Simon Phoenix, what did you think of Malika Andrews not being fired at ESPN, but Jalen Rose being fired at ESPN? Now, I know y'all asked me that for a very specific reason. For those who don't know, Malika is, for lack of a better conversation or word to use, she does not come off as a woman who enjoys the company of African American men. Let's say that. She has more than one time thrown some person under the bus or brung up something that was extremely unflattering to that individual in times where it didn't seem proper. I've talked about her before on this show, so you want some updates, just put in Malika and then say ESPN, and sooner or later you're gonna run across a cut, a clip, a sizzle reel of her acting a fool. Whether it was the time she was talking crazy to Stephen A. and she tried to talk to that man who is in his 50s as if that was her child, or the time where she was trying to talk crazy to Kendrick Perkins and had him put on a show. There's numerous other times this was done. This is not the first and it's not the last. I think ESPN is making a grave mistake by keeping her and getting rid of Jalen Rose. I think Jalen Rose was one of the pillars of that. A lot of people enjoy Jalen Rose's take. I think Jalen Rose was hip enough that if you are a young man, you felt like he was still cool. It's just a lot of good things about Jalen as a analyst that I see above her, and I can't understand why. And if you would be keeping her for eye candy purposes, the candy don't look good no more. And I'm not saying she's ugly, but what I'm saying is her behavior is ugly, so therefore the candy don't look good. It's hard to look at her and be like, ooh, she fine, when I think she's an asshole and she wouldn't date a dude that looked like me, to keep it a buck with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's just me. I'm not saying you can't have a preference for somebody to go down that street. I'm not saying she can't have a preference, and that is not my reason to dislike her. But my reason is based around the fact that she don't like us. And like I said, you find plenty of other people to do hit pieces on her. I don't want to do that. But I will say, seems strange to me, she kept her job and they got rid of Jalen. I digress. What's next? Okay, here's a good one. Since we kind of sort of on the topic of people showing their ass, I'm going to say this. I've been saying this. I'm going to keep saying it. It is very, very, very annoying as an adult to hear other adults say, when you are part of a community, we need to get our shit together when you are not outside showing your ass. What do I mean? Every single time the youth that happens to look like me is outside and they do something trifling, ignorant, or dumb, it is a speech to the people who aren't doing it. That is annoying. This is more about poor parenting, stupid young people, and their ignorance than it is about us as a race of people. Grown black people was not out tearing up anything yesterday. That's my issue. I get tired of being blamed for what the youth is doing. And I don't like when adults be like, well, let them be young. Nah, bro. Y'all should have did a better job raising these knucklehead individuals so we could progress as a group. Because when y'all was knuckleheads, somebody was telling y'all not to be knuckleheads. When y'all was trying to shoot up maxis, it was somebody saying that's probably not a good idea. You're ruining it for the rest of us. Well, guess what? That same sentiment goes. You need to tell your children. You need to tell your nieces and nephews, those people who have recently made it to adulthood, old enough to go get them a drink, stop showing they ass. It ain't that damn hard. I repeat, tell them again, stop showing they ass. Very simple. Third, anything?
Stop showing that ass.
Why you say it like a sexy nigga though?
Because I had a frog in my throat and I didn't know how it was finna come out.
You want to come out like Kermit in this joint?
Right.
Oh, man. All right. So, yeah. This dude in the frog and this stuff's killing me. But definitely, man, I just I'm annoyed by that. I take it with a grain of salt for the rest of y'all. I'm not saying everybody's a bad parent by any means. I know a lot of y'all are excellent human beings working hard in the community trying to get the shit right. I just hate that conversation. The conversation be placed at the feet of the people doing the crime. It's the youth. 9 out of 10 shot when it comes to bars and stupid people activity. It's the youth. Start calling them out on their shit. Please. All right. Well, I got 2 hip hop ones left. How about we slide out for a little commercial breaky break? Y'all know how we do. Let's get our sponsors taken care of. And then when we come back, we'll do the hip hop shit. Aight.
Move, I got it. Watch out. Yo. It's T Crazy, the real and not the fake. And you tuning in with Shots Fired Podcast with my boy Simon Phoenix. This shit is fire. How I know? He interviewed me. Check in, tune in, clock in. Huh?
And we are back. I needed that libation. What about you, Third? Need that drink in me.
Mm-hmm.
Little stock to bar in us. You know how we do.
You got it on deck?
Oh, we try to keep it on deck. You know, we giving a bottle away, right?
Right. You got a winner?
Yes, we do have a winner. I will announce the winner tomorrow, but we do have a winner. I just want to make sure that that person, I got to email them, so I don't want to announce their name or any of that stuff. But we do have a winner.
If I announce the winner, can I get a free bottle?
If you announce the winner, can you get a free bottle? That you want me to buy you a bottle of liquor? That's what you're telling me.
However I can get it.
You gotta get it how you can live. You know what, bro? You know what? I can't with you and your shenanigans right now. How about this? I'll buy you a drink. Is that fair?
You can buy me a drink.
Ooh.
That's cool.
You had to hit that bad note on them too. You can't hit that good note. I don't want nobody to think I can sing. You know how that go. All right. So this question came across the email, and I died laughing when I seen it, but I died laughing for a different reason because I'm technically I ain't shit. I had to let that be known early. So this question was, yo, Simon Phoenix, what do you think of the hip hop situation with Gunna? Do you think this is going to turn into a Rick Ross type of thing? Meaning, Rick Ross took an L that normally most people couldn't come back from, but good music was able to have him keep his career. Answer. Damn it, y'all hard-headed and difficult. I'm going to say, yeah, man. I think from all counts of what others think of the album, a lot of the media that people pay attention to think Gunna's album is good. Think he brung some fire. And Gunna does talk his shit on the album. I will give him credit for all of those things. What do I personally think of the album? I think the album's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a Gunna fan like that, but I mean, sonically it's rocking. Take it how you want to take that. Outside of that though, yeah. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think y'all holding cats to that level any longer. That they ain't really got to be real. They could tell y'all a story about, you know, how they just linked up with them and they ain't really gangster, but they are artists. It was the best move for them as a person. I think y'all will accept that. I do. You know, if as I stated before with the Rick Ross situation, if that would have happened in the mid 90s, that man wouldn't have had a career. Would you agree, Third?
I agree.
I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Rick Ross being able to maintain, even with good music in the 90s. I don't. But in today's climate where everybody doesn't get the story, you a fan outside of that, you don't care about street politics, a lot of those things factor in with new fans. Therefore, I think Gunna's going to be fine. Just to keep it a buck with y'all, I do. I think Gunna's going to be perfectly fine. I think Gunna's going to hit y'all with a hit before the summer's over with. And I think y'all going to be more than happy to accept that hit.
No, I did see a clip today on I think it was on YouTube clips, short clips. Yeah, it was a video of him walking through the Atlanta Mall with the security. Everybody was booing him about that thing.
Oh yeah,
calling him a snitch and stuff. But
I definitely think he gonna take some pressure. But like I said, a hit, I think Gunna dropped the right banger off that album. I think he gets away with it. I just do. It's just me. But Gunna might not can't come back. You know, we shall see. Time will be the judge of that. And my last one, and probably for me, the most interesting conversation to have of the day: Pusha T versus Jim Jones. This shit been going on for a minute. So, if you don't know, they previously had a problem, and then it became a versus conversation, and now they both dropped diss songs. So Pusha dropped his in Paris. You had the skateboard kingpin out there messing around with, I guess, Louis Vuitton or somebody. Y'all know, I don't know, I ain't that deep, but I know he was in Paris Fashion Week type shit. Where he dropped his. Then Jim dropped his. My opinion, I've heard both. My opinion is I'm jaded to begin with. Let me say this off jump before I even give my opinion of what this song sound like. I'm jaded because let me make this very clear. I think Jim Jones is trash. I've always thought Jim Jones is trash. Lyrically, Jim Jones is a very subpar MC. I think Jim Jones was able to eat off the steam of Dipset. He had one song, it was catchy, y'all liked it, and then after that, it was certain goony kind of guys that liked that energy, so it kept it going. But when it comes to lyrical content, do I have some Jim Jones lines that I would spit that people were like, oh, that's my shit? No. If I'm having a conversation about who I think is fire in Dipset, I think Jim Jones is at the bottom of the list. Personally, I'd rather listen to Hell Rell than listen to Jim Jones. I think Hell Rell was way more funnier than Jim Jones ever could be when it came to the level of what his punchlines was on. I don't think Jim Penn is doing much of nothing. I said it. Take it how you want to take it. Then on the other hand, I've always thought that Push was a lyrical monster. So to then say they're beefing and then listen to Jim's song, Jim sounds like what Jim sound like. He gonna say some corny shit that only corny people like or dumb people like because your brain doesn't function that highly most of the time. And yes, I'm being an asshole with this description. I know it. I'm telling y'all that. On the other hand, I like hip hop that make you think. I like people who say deep shit. I like double entendres. I like triple entendres. I like when you got to dig into the lyrics and actually figure out what the hell they talking about. That's what I thought hip hop was supposed to be doing. I thought it was supposed to be the survival of the fittest, the smartest person in the room type shit. So I don't give a lot of credence to rappers who are ABC rappers. That's just what it is. That don't mean I don't gotta like you. That don't mean you can't have no club hits. Now, when you get off into why they're beef or what they were talking about, it's like the 50 greatest rappers of all time. And Jim Jones says some shit like Big Sean should have been on the list. He later said NBA Youngboy should have been on the list. Laughable. Extremely laughable. That you would even use those kind of guys. And nothing against Big Sean, because I think out of his generation, he's probably top 15 easy. But all time? Nah, come on, cuz you being goofy now. You damn near disrespecting the game. So Then there's Push, and then you're like, didn't he just stump on Drake's soul recently? Like, didn't he drop a song and make the guy that y'all thought couldn't be taken down look around like, please tell that man to leave me alone? Like, didn't he need y'all boy, the guy who runs Texas? Y'all know what I'm talking about, Mr. Rap-A-Lot Records himself. Didn't he need that guy to be like, hey man, tell you man, you didn't got a little personal. You got a little, you know, he's saying shit close to the vest. Wasn't that the situation? So what would make Jim Jones non-rapping ass think he could get in the room with Push? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If y'all think Drake is close to being God status of MCs, this man has had a nuclear level run in hip hop. And Pusha T ran through and punched that man in the face and made people come and tell Pusha T, leave that boy alone. What Jim Jones got coming? Can one of y'all get in the comments and answer that? What the hell do Jim Jones got coming? Because to me, that don't sound like that's anywhere near fair of a fight. Now, like again, I do believe the dumb are going to be like, Jim said he was in a dress. And I'll be like, yep.
That was cute.
It was cute. That was cute. Go ahead, Third. Say whatever you're going to say over there. I know you look like you was going to go in. I'm just saying. Like, I'm on my Corey Holcomb shit today. I'm just saying, man. I'm trying to keep it thorough with y'all. There's no way that grown adults tell me that Jim Jones non-rapping ass. Jim, you've been served more times than a fat girl at an all-you-can-eat buffet asking for extra beverages. Bro, you don't want to with anybody in rap. You should sit in the corner, really, and just be quiet. Just hope for another hit. That's what you should be doing. Like, I don't get why you... I mean, I do. I secretly think you're doing this for Drake so you can get a Drake cosign because that's what you need to resuscitate your dead career. That's what I think. I think that's exactly what this is. I do. I swear to God. I think that's what this is. I think you need the dude who's at top right now to give you a hit. You wish he was T-Pain right now. You need that. You need somebody of that magnitude of Drake to resuscitate your career. And that's why you decided. Because you've already been talking that tough guy talk. That's what bothers me with you non-rapping ass niggas to begin with. Y'all can't rap, so then it always got to turn into, well, get to shooting niggas. That's their first shit. Better not go left, because you know what we'll do. Really, bro? You can't out-rap him, so you got to kill him? That's your move? I'm going to let you know what that makes you in reality. Bitch. That's what it makes you. Because last I checked, this was a combat sport. Last I checked, this was the battle of the smartest individuals in the room. And Jim, we already know you got the IQ of a flea. So I don't think you're going to be able to walk out this battle and do anything to anybody. That's just me. Third, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I plead the fifth.
All right, for Third Rail, I've been Simon Phoenix. This has been Shots Fired Podcast Sunday Night Rant. Again, going to get your topic on the show. Information will be here. And also, if you are an artist or entertainer or you run a business, y'all already know what I'm going to say. If you own a unicorn, holla at your boy. I'd love to get you on the show and interview you. Now, if you got a talking unicorn, I'd rather interview the talking unicorn. That's just me, though, because you probably lame. But, you know, I interview your punk ass, too. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm being real naughty today. It's been a long week. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gone. Peace.